All right, this is Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. We're gonna have a kind of a vocal thing, and then we have. So that riff starts on the 7th fret of the A, 5, 6, 7, back to the 7 here, that 5, 6, 7 on the D, so. You got 5 on the G to 7 on the D here. Come up to the 7, 9 on the G. 5, 7, 5, hammer on, pull off. So that was 7, 7, 5, 7, and we got 5, 7, 7, 5, 7 on the A, 3, 5 on the A, 2 A power chords. So once again, you got. And you wait for the vocals. We're gonna do that riff 3 times, so here it goes again. And if you listen real close on the recording, you'll hear like one little, like a kind of a stick snap or something, just they're trying to keep time in there. So you'll hear the drummer, John Bonham, do a little bit of a stick something, and that's kind of your cue to come in right after that. Then in like the next verses, I think the lyrics go a little longer or something, and you don't really hear that click. So listen real close for those clicks, and that'll kind of get you back in there, because it's a real strange timing. So the third time would be like. So on that third one of this main riff, we go. And we come in right away after that, those A chords, into this lower strings riff. Okay, so it does that same thing 3 times. It kind of flips around in its timing a little bit, but it starts in the big string 7, 5, 6, 7, back to 7, 5 to 7. Same kind of thing you did on the other one, but it kind of repeats that riff, so. And then we go. So that was 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7 again on the A. 5, 6, 7, down to that 7 on the A, and then you're back into the other riff here, so it's. Okay, then we move into this new riff, so we have a couple A power chords. So we're bending that 4 in the G string, pulling it off to the 2, and then doing another 4-2 on it. So it's like. We got 3 on the A with a little bend on it. Do that twice. You could do like a C power chord here, or you could do like these 2 5s down here on the D and the G. So we got, once again, we got. So you got that 3 open. To the C. That one kind of comes down to the 4-2 on the D, and you could either hit that 4 right there, or you're kind of bending into that 4 from that 3 right there. So we got. That's a cool trick he does. He's got the 2 and the 2 from the A power chord here, but he's going to bend that G, that 3 on the big one, into the sound of the A. Okay, and then you're going to be back to your main riff. And then you get into that so that's going to work into a new riff. We're going to have. that little 5 to 4 in the D could also be your G to D chords. You can do either one you want. So it's A to that 3, that G note up here in the E. So we got A power chord. We'll go to the C there on that one. So A, G, A, G, A, G, A, C, A, A, G, A, G. G to D right there. Then we got a little harmony part here for the, we're gonna go. So that was 7 on the D. We got 4, 5, 6 on the G to the 7. Little half step bend on that 4th fret B to the 6 on the G. So that's 7, 8 on the B, 5, 7, 5, hammer on pull off. So we got. Got that same little bend again. And then we got 4, 6, 6, 5, 7, 2 to 4. We got those A's. We do that one again. And then we're into the all that. Now we have a little lead into the solo. So that's A to the 2 up here, the F sharp, back to the A. Go to the 2 to 4 to the A. 2 O back to the A. So we got. We got this cool riff in the A major pentatonic. We got open 2 to 4, 2 4. G the 2, back to the 4 and back. Slide into the 6 on the G with the little 5. So that was bend on the 5 on the G to the 3, 5 to 4 2 on the G, 4 in the D, back in the 2 to 4. So it's. Okay, then you're into the solo. I'm going to hit the solo on the next lesson, but I'm going to give you one little preview riff here from the solo. Here's a little riff that goes. You're back into that riff. So it's 5, 6, 7 on the D to the 5 on the G. So we did go into the 5 twice, and then we go to the 7 once, and back to the 5. So 7, 5. Then we have 5, 6, 7, and then we're gonna go. We got 5 to 3, 4 on the A. Little half step bend on that 2 there. So we got. Kind of back into that riff again. All right, this is going to be Custard Pie by Led Zeppelin from Physical Graffiti. Now, it's got this main riff that happens a ton of times. So let's take a look at this. We got an A power chord. We're going to have. So down, up, down, and then you go to the 4, open and 4 here. So it's like an A6 chord right there. And then we're going to go to like an A7 chord, which is open and 5 there. So we got. So you're going down, up, down on the first chord, and then you switch chords, up, down, up. And then you have one more down on that 5. So you got. Now we have A power chord to the G up here with also the opens. So it's like a G power chord. Back to the A. So we got. Okay, so you get into a little thing where you get that. get used to that little maneuver where you got to go for the opens in the middle with that G. You don't want to go down and hit the second 2 string, the first 2 strings. You want to just hit that. You want to mute that 5th string also with the bottom of this finger, so you're not hearing the A note there. So that'll take a little practice. Go from that A, G, and back to get it just right. Okay, and you could just do the G, just the note. Put a little bend on it even. Be another way to do that. But it does sound kind of big if you can hit that G5 chord. So we got 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the main riff of the tune. After that, after he's sung for a while in a verse, we're gonna go. That's your D power chord, 5, 7, 7, starting on the A string. So we got. We're gonna go power chords, D, D flat, C. So we got. And then we're going C to B flat. So 3, 2, 1. So 5, 4, 3, and 3, 2, 1. So we got. And then we're back to the A riff. And then we're gonna jump up to the E, kind of a turnaround chord for the key of A, right? The 5 chord. So we got. Now here on an upbeat, we're gonna have 10, 10, 10, 10. And then that's F power chord, 1, 3, 3 to G power chord, 3, 5, 5. And those are on upbeats too, so it's like a. That's how you get back into the main riff. Okay, so once again, we're gonna have the D change. Change, 10s, and that's like a D minor, I guess like a D minor 11 kind of thing, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's like a D minor 7, but they put that G note on the A string in there. Gives it a different ring to it. And then we got the F and G. Okay, let's try the whole thing. So 2, 3, and. Let's go to D. 3, 4, 1. E. Okay, one more time through those changes. We got D, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. E. Okay, then he's got a killer wah-wah solo. I'm not going to get into the wah-wah, but we'll do the whole solo. The first riff is going to go twice, and it's going to be bending these 7s on the G and B string, so it's going to go. And I suggest, as always, like having those other fingers on those same strings to give you more power to do the bend. So we got 3 bends on both of those strings, and then you're going to have to do that riff again. So we're going to do it twice. So we go 3, 4. Then we get into a riff, starts the same, it kind of ends a little different. It's going to go. So 3 bends still. And then we're going to bend downward and pull off to the 5s. And then hit the 7s again and pull them off. And end with a 7 on the D to that 5 on the G. So it's. We'll do that 3 times. So 2, 3, 4. So moving on to the rest of the solo, we got. So this one's going to be a bend on the 7 on the G. You got the first string, 5th fret. And then we can bend that G string again, pull off to the 5. We're going to have. And that's going 7 on the G to 7 on the D. Then we have a 5, 7, 5 on the G, 7 on the D, and back. So we got. Now we have another 7 and 5, and then we're moving into a new riff here. So all together we got. Okay, and then we're gonna move up here. So we have the 9 up here. We're gonna go. We're gonna bend it up and hit it a few times while it's up. Might be like 4 of those. So bam, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull off to the 7 as you go down. Down to that 9 on the D. We're gonna slide that 7 to 5 on the G. So we got. And then we're gonna go 7 on the D. Quick slide down, 7 to 5, 3, 5 over here on the 5th string. So we got. So we have a little bend on that 3 on the D. Got that 5 here, back to a little bend here again. So from this part here, we got. And then we go 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3 on that D string. And then we got. So these are all 16th notes, pretty easy to play it out. We got a little reminiscent of Black Dog right there. We got the 7 on the 5th, 5, 6, 7 on the D, 5, 5, and 7 on the G. We got that 7 on the D, 5, 7, 5. So all together we got. I have a little bend on that 5, 7, 5 in the D. So we got. Slide into the 9 on the G. You got 8, 8 going down there to the 10 on the 2nd string. Slide into the 11 on the G. 10 and 12 on the B string. So 3 bends, pull off, and then 12 to that 11 on the G string. So we got 4 bends, 12, 10, 11, 10, 11, going back from 3rd to 2nd string there. And then we're going to slide into this 12 on the A string. Then we're going to come to the G string, 10, 12, bend it, 12 to 10. Slide in the 12 to 14 on the G, 13 on the B, bend the 15. So 13, 15, 13. Now the last set of riffs is going to have this little 15. So you got little 15, and then bend the 2nd string 15. 13, 15, 13. So the second part goes same notes, a little different phrasing, and then the same as the first one. And it's going to end with 13, 15, 13 to 14 there. So this whole solo again, we got. Okay, and then you're back into your rhythm. All right, this is going to be Celebration Day, the live version by Led Zeppelin from Song Remains the Same. We're going to start it with this G7 chord. Okay, so that was G7, 5, 7, 6, 7 on the bottom 4 strings. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then up a half step, and then up another half step and include the A bass. Then we have our next riff is going to go. Okay, so what we have there is an open A, and then a pull off 7 to 4 in the D with an extra 4 there. So we'll actually do that twice. So 7 4 4 7 4 4, and then we're going to go 5 4 4 5 4 4 5 4. So it's. So the 5/4 has one little extra 5/4, but it doesn't finish a full set of things, you know? So it's like 2 of those, and then 2 of those plus one more pull off without the extra 4, right? So all right, we're gonna do that 4 times. So let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we get into our new part. We got. So we have an A power chord, open in 2, open on the A, 2 below it. A little bit of a bend on that 3 on the A string. Back to the A chord. Come up here to the 7th fret. You could slide it or just kind of put it up there, but we're going to be up here for this high chord here, this A7 chord again. So we got. Come back to the 3-0, and then we're going to have, so that's 5 to 2 with an extra 2, 4 to 2 with an extra, we got that bent note again, so we got, so the second half of that is just going to end with, so it's like the open in 5, to the open 2, to the open in 4, and then like the A to the 3 with a little bend. So that's our part A that happens the most times on the song. So it's like. Okay, so jump, ja, jump, ja, jump. A little different than the first with the. It's like. Okay, so if we look at the whole beginning again, we got. Okay, so it ends up doing that like 5 times. It does 1 to set up a verse, and then 4 times with the verse. And then we're going to get into a. So we're going to have like this C power chord, 3 and 5, starting on the A string. And you can kind of do this honky tonk thing with that 7 in there sometimes. First one might not quite have that. It might come in a little bit later. So like C, and then open E, F sharp power chord to G. So we got. So we have that little honky tonk in the G chord with that 7th fret. And then 5 and 7, A power chord to B flat power chord. So it's like. Kind of some scratches on this live version. So once again, we got C, F sharp, G, A, B flat, open E to the F, and then now here we're going to end on that B flat. We're going to get into a new thing, this part of the F chord, 3, 2, 1 here, and the D down to the B. So this is like an F thing, 3, 2, 1 on the D string down to the B. And we have an E chord there. Okay, and then we're back to our main riff. Now we have a bridge. We got okay, so we got 7 on the G, 7, 5, 6, and then the 7s on the G and B. So it's and then 7s, 5s, 7 on the D, and then 7, 5, 7s, 7s, 5s, 7. A couple quick 7s. Some scratches there, so it'd be like. Okay, then we're back into part A once after that bridge. Okay, then we're into that part B. Now we have the solo. Back into part A, so the solo is, we have 3 bends on the 15th fret of the B string. The third one pulls off to the 13, bend this again, then not bent 15 to the 12 and the G. And then one more 12. This is a quick slide, 13 to 14, middle finger in the G. You got 13 and 15, 13 pull off, so you got. So you had the slide. And then 14, another pull off, back into here. So we got. So that was 15, 13 on the B, little 15, and then bend this 15 on the second string 3 times. And then you could have a little pickup note with the open B. So we have, after that open on the B, we have a 8-5, and then 2 8-5s on the second string, and then a 7-5. So we got 7 we bend, 3 times, pull it off to the 5, and then bend the 7 up, regular 7, 5. So we got. Go to that 5 on the D. And then we have one pickup note before we get into these 2 16th note sets. So it's pickup note here, and then 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So here we have a pull off, a couple 5s there to a little 8, the octave of that 5, and then we have. So we're going into 14 and 13 on the G and E. 2 of those. 13 and 12 a couple times, and that's the end of the solo. So it's. So that was do da dee da do dee da do da. Okay, then we're back into part A. Okay, then we have that bridge. A part again, a couple times, and then there's a solo that happens. Now this, I'm just gonna show you the areas that he's working in. He likes to do riffs with like pull-offs on the 2 to open, and also these 4s. So kind of listen, and you know he's improvising real heavily on that. But you can also use that 4 up here, come back to the A. That's one of the areas he's working in. Another one is, this is like in the A major pentatonic area, so he's got this bend. Little 5 down there, and then he gets into some things like, so that's and he'll kind of go into that lower area of it, and then he'll get into like the A minor pentatonic area. Then you get into that lower area, you know, he'll bend these notes, bend some of those things, and then he'll get way up here in the A major pentatonic again. So that's that 17s and 14s, 16s and 14s. So bending that 16 into the 17 down there. Okay, we're back into part A again a couple times. And then we got, so you got a couple chicks, and then this is it's like an A flat 7/9 chord, like James Brown funk chord. You got chicka boom boom. So your bass notes on the 11 going into the 12. So it's chicka, chicka chicka, chicka chicka, and then da-dum. All right, this is going to be Out on the Tiles by Led Zeppelin from Led Zeppelin 3. We're going to start out with these octaves. Okay, so we have the 3 and the 5. These are G notes. 3 on the E string, 5 on the D string. We go 1 E and a, 2 E and a, and then we go to the 2nd fret, 2 and 4, F sharp, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, and then we have the A power chord to bending that 3, that G note on the E string. We're gonna do that 3 times, and then we get in on the verse. So that's an F sharp major triad. We got 2 on the big string, and then 1 and 4 on the A string, to the octave of that 2, the other F sharp, 4th fret D string. So 2, and then 1, 4, and then 4. Hold that one a little bit, so it's, and then we're gonna have, okay, so that was a little pickup note. This would be like an upstroke on that 1st fret of the D string. It's the last like 16th note of that measure. It's like, so it'd be like 4 E and then you have, so 2 1 2 1 2 1 on the D, and then 4 to open on the A, and then 2 0 2 0 2 3 2 0 is that measure. So we got 4 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Okay, so back to that triad thing. Okay, so let's go from the first triad, the verse. 3 4 3 4. So this last one here, we got 4 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 open 1, 4, and then 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2 on the power chords. F sharp, power chord to E, power chord, and back. So one more time on this last one. Okay, so there's a measure of 7/8, so it chops off a little bit of a beat, chops off half of a beat to go right into another verse. So when it's two verses backed up together, it ends with this 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, right? Right back into it, right in there. Sometimes you'll go 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, and it'll get a whole beat, and that's when we go into the chorus. So going into another verse, you only have a half beat there. So next verse. And see, I'm doing a hammer on and a pull off there. So that one gets the whole beat, and then we're going to go. Okay, so we have down, up on the E, and then E power chords, 7 and 9 and 9. So we got, and then we have A notes to an A chord. So we do one E, and then we do two A's, and then we go back to two E's, and then we have two A's, and then we get the. We do that 4 times this time. So we got A, E, E, A, back to the same thing. 1 E, 2 A's, 2 E's, 2 A's. And after the 2 A's again, we have the 4 of those. That was that A to that G note with the bend there. And then we have these octaves again. And again. 3 of these. And that holds and gets ready for a new verse. So we got our verse, 3, 4. So that was a quick one back in. That's that other one where you hold for a whole beat, and then we're back into a chorus. 3, 4. Feel on that chorus is also a little bit like so more of like a ba-bum, ba-bang, and even like a taking that note over to the other note. Okay, then we're back to those octaves. 3 times. Now we have the outro. It's a little different. It's so it's ba-da-da-da-bam. That's a G power chord, 10, 12, 12, starting on the A string going down. So we're gonna have so that was your E power chord, 7th fret, and we come up here to an A major and a G major. So that one goes 10 and then 7, 7, 10. So sometimes it just does da 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 dang, da 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 dang, and then does the other thing. And sometimes it does that thing like every time. So just kind of got to listen and figure out the order of everything there. So I'll keep going here. We got. Okay, so let's see what we got there so far. So we got a G chord. I'm doing this G bass, I'm muting the A, and I'm going for these D and G strings. Occasionally you can hit the B string with that too. So what we're doing is we're hitting that chord, we want to mute the little E string. So like what I do is I let the bottom of this finger down here touch that little string as I'm playing this chord. Now that's part of a C chord. So we got the 5 and the 5 on the D and the G, and we're going. And you can do that with one finger if you want. So we're going down to the 3s down here. So it's like C and B flat chords going back to G. So it's like. So let's take a look at that. He'll do some whammy bar stuff there too a lot of times on that second one of these set of 4. So we're going to have this be the third one. So I hit those 5s, and then I'm moving the 3s into the 4s into the 5s here. And we're going to have this new chord. We're going to be using the part of the C chord, but we're going to have this D note here on the G string. That kind of thing. So we got. So it's going to go 3 of these. Now we have this new part. We got an E flat power chord, 6th fret of the A string, 6-8-8 here. Now sometimes he slides it and sometimes he doesn't. So I was listening to the, I think, '07 live version when they got back together. That was the only time they ever played this live. And he did a lot of things different from the album. So you might listen to both and pick and choose which things you like the best. So we got... So that was the same string, 1-3-3 down here, B flat, to the C power chord, back to a G power chord. So we got... Then we're back to this. And this part very much goes with the vocal, so definitely be listening to the vocal and play along with the album on this. Third time. So here's where it gets really wild. So here we move to the chord of A, this power chord, and we're gonna have this new riff. So first we hit the chord, and then we're going on the D string, 5, 6, 7, down to this little chord, 2nd and 3rd strings on the 5, and then back to that A bass note there, 7th fret of the D string, and then we have these 7s on the 2nd and 3rd string down to the 5s. And I noticed on the live one, he was hitting the open power chord and then popping back up here. So we got. So it ends up doing 3 of those in a row there. And then you got a G chord on that upbeat, you hold it for a second, and then we got this new riff. Okay, so we'll go over that more in a second. So let's check out that transition from the E flat and those chords into this new A thing one more time. So we'll do this thing twice, 3, 4. So it goes so quick right there from that thing. So we got, this will be the last one again. See, that's an upbeat. So when you hit that 1, 2, 3, it's on an upbeat before the 1, so you still count like a full 1, 2, 3, 4 measure. So we got 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what we have here is starting on the D string, 3 open 1, 2 open 1, open 1, and then C over here on the 5th string. To the open 1 again, so. And then we get into it. So that's a pull off, 1 to open on the A string, and then 3 and 1 on the big string. So it's. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3 at the end. So we got. on the fourth one of this riff here, we're going to go into that same type of thing, but on G now instead of A. So it's going to end with. And you can't hit this raised 9 kind of a chord here. So that would be like a power chord up here, 3, 5, 5, and then muting the G, but hitting these 2 6s down here on the bottom. Gives you that raised 9 chord. So it does the triple one there at the end of that fourth one. So let's try that triple again. So we keep doing it. Then we go up to A and we can hit the same raised 9. So let's come back from that last one. We're going to do that triple thing at the end. Last one. 2, 3, 4. And so I'm hybrid picking that. So Jimmy Page did that a lot. I'm using the fingers there so I can do it faster instead of having to like pick everything. See how fast that bass note's moving? Now in that live version, one thing I noticed is Page didn't finger pick that. He was like... So he just looked at them as like chords and strummed through it. Okay, so now we're going to be getting into the solo. So we're coming out of the last riff of this thing. Guitar solo. We're on the G for a while. Yes, they do 6 times right there. So once the guitar solo gets going and you get to that end of the fourth one where you normally do 3 of those riffs in a row, 6 of those riffs in a row and back into G. And then the next time through, it's only going to be the 3 and we're going to be back to the top of the song. So let's take from the beginning of this solo here. We're going to have this G raised 9 and we're going to have that riff. And the fourth one, we're going to do 6 of those things in a row. That type of thing. 2, 3, and... So this comes in on an upbeat too, I believe. So it's like. Here we go. Back to the intro. All right, so we're on this last verse. We're going to be heading towards the end of the song. I'll go ahead into the verse. Now this last verse, we have this thing, which is like an added overdubbed guitar. So this one's going to the G chord, the D and G strings, 12th fret. And we're going to bounce in on this 14th fret of the D string. And then you're back to C. G. Then we're going to have that final E flat kind of bridge. It's normally twice, but it's 4 times. And that last G is like on an upbeat. Okay, so we got these basic riffs. We got... That's your first one. And like I say, he'll do some whammy bar dive bombs with the chords on some of these. So an example of that would be this. I'll do it on the second one. That's where he usually does it, on the second one. That kind of thing. So as we go into the verse, we're going from the 3s, 4s to 5s, and we got that 7th fret of the G string. So we got... There we go. Okay, so that's how that part goes. And then we got our E flat to F power chord, B flat to C to G. So we got... And then, of course, it goes back through all those parts again. Then the second time we go through this bridge, we're going to go into that A with that new riff. So we got... Like I said, the main thing with those riffs is that on the end of the 4th one, you're going to have 2, 3, 4. And that would be the chordal way of doing that. And you could finger pick it, hybrid pick it. Okay, so those are some of the main parts. And then later on, we're going to get into... We go to G with that riff. And this one that has the raised 9. Back to G. Now this time we're going to go. So same thing, but up into A, and then we're going to finish with a 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got that riff, and then the solo, like I said, we got this G riff. But the weird thing about it is when you get to the end of the 4th one in this guitar solo, we do that thing 6 times in a row.